This is the full story of how I just built one of the best model airports that exist. With 5 terminal buildings, capacity for 60 Gemini jets, and countless hours of building, I'm going to go through the whole process with you guys. First, I'll go through a brief history lesson on the airport idea, the planning/design, and then the actual construction process. If you want to skip the past 10 months of this project, just skip to this time, and I'll talk about how I built it and the actual overview of the airport. Don't worry, I will answer all your questions. Okay. So I began my first ever airport in 2014. Months later, I created this new one in 2015. From there, I advanced into several airport projects through mid-2015 to mid-2016. However, there was always empty space. Unused space that I always imagined could be used for hangars or cargo services or even a terminal. Until April of last year, when I decided to rip up everything and move on with something new. This leads us into the planning phase. I spent about 2 months brainstorming, and yes, procrastinating too. I drew up blueprints and came up with a large landside building similar to Heathrow Terminal 5. I studied that airport a lot. There were these 2 long terminals and then the international terminal which faced towards it. It wasn't until literally one day before building that I changed up the whole design. Instead, I came upon 3 parallel terminals and then 1 smaller one off to the side. This made more sense to me. It was time to build. After many months of gluing, okay, now I'm just gonna finish this taxiway. As you can see, I got some down already, and then I just finished this. And nailing. I just burned myself right here with a hot glue gun. Ah, that really hurt. And overall hard work, and then even purchasing new models. It's currently February 7th, 2018, and yeah, this is what's done. We got landside terminal right here with Terminal 1, Terminal 2, Terminal 3 with concourses C and D. I haven't decided which one will be which. And then Terminal 4, which just has a couple gates over there. The airport was eventually complete, but I'm finally glad to celebrate. Let's go over the terminals and then I'll explain how I built each one of them. This is the main landside terminal for checking in and then baggage claim, but it actually doesn't serve any gates. I was greatly inspired by Heathrow Terminal 5, and you can pretty much see the similar design. The sides of the building are plywood templates with a curved top to support the balsa wood, which just adds perfect curvature. Attached to this by a bridge is Terminal 1 or Terminal A, which houses all US carriers such as Delta or United. This is simply a block of wood I had on my old airport, and then I nailed down some balsa wood to add that curvature. Now, if I haven't mentioned, this new airport is like a hub for American Airlines. It's fictional because Pittsburgh doesn't really have that kind of hub, and it's not even this big, doesn't have like all these big planes, but like American Airlines would be the fictional hub here. So Terminal 2 or Terminal B is housing all the American Airlines domestic flights. Then balsa wood make up the sides and then the slanted roof, and then they're just braced together on the inside with plywood. Now the international terminal, or Terminal 3, which has Concourses C housing regular international flights, and then the other wing, Concourse D, houses all One World and American Airlines flights. It's my favorite terminal. This has the same concept as the landside terminal, with plywood on the sides, which again support the curved roof made of, again, balsa wood. Then last is just the basic Gemini Jets terminal, which you can buy on Amazon or just anywhere else online. Believe me, I've studied airports across the globe, figuring out which kind of concept of an airport to build. But this is definitely a world-class airport. Okay, let's go do the ribbon cutting ceremony and like all that jazz. But first, look at this shirt. Pittsburgh International Airport. That's the name of my airport. Okay, we're gonna cut this ribbon with the same scissors I cut to help build this airport. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. The new airport is open. Making airport updates twice a month from now on, starting with my first one in the next video. I just want to create as many updates for this thing as possible. Believe me, you do not want to miss out. So subscribe to see more of this new airport. Feel free to ask me any questions below. Probably I'll be able to answer them. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my first update sometime soon. This is Justin Winslow, signing off.